Hi everyone and welcome back to Chess for Charity. In this video, I'm going to show you a really cool puzzle where it's white to move and checkmate in 2 moves. So it may seem like it's pretty easy because you're winning the queen, like if you're just playing the game to win. But when it comes to checkmate in 2, that's a little bit harder to achieve. So I'll give you a second, see if you can figure it out. It's so cool. I love the move. I'll let you think about it. While you're considering that, be sure to like and subscribe and all that good stuff. Half of the income that I earn from this channel goes directly to charity, so every like, every subscriber helps us out a lot. Alright, so let's talk about the different things here. You might have noticed your queen is hanging if you don't do anything about it. It's white to move. So this bishop is pinned, right? This queen is also pinned. And this rook is also hanging soon, so there's a lot going on. So let me just kind of talk through the first thing that you might think, which is if I take, this is not mate in 2. Right? This could happen, but this is not mate in 2. Right? If it were me, I would just take this and then just crash through eventually, but no need. So it's not mate in 2, so you think kind of the obvious moves are out. Same thing here. Right? You take, the queen can't capture because she's pinned, but that's okay, the king can just capture, and this is a drawn position, by the way. Take, and what do you do now? To draw. Let's go all the way back. Okay, so the obvious takes don't work. Same thing applies here. Right? Check. Can't take with the queen. Queen's pinned. Take with the king. This does not lead to mate. Right? They can either step out or they can block. Either way, it's not mate. So the challenge is not winning the game. The challenge is finding the mate in 2. And you might notice this relationship between this queen and this bishop is really where I want your attention to focus. It's really an interesting relationship. So this bishop cannot move at the moment, right? Because this queen is pinning the bishop to the king. That's kind of a hint. Maybe you'll think of something like a zugzwang move, like maybe you move back to kind of kill a move, and then if they take, you do something else. Like, it's a clever idea. Doesn't quite work because this is not mate in 2. That was mate in 3. And it wasn't, I don't know if I was forced or not. I just kind of showed that. So maybe you're thinking of making a waiting move. Okay, I like the idea. That's probably the right idea. What about something like this, right? You're waiting and you're piling up. Well, now you're the one losing. Check. You're being mated, so you have to give this up, and then you lose, right? So what is the move? I think it's about time I reveal it and show the variations. The killer move, the one way to lead to a mate in 2. It's this rook, and what do you do with it? You move it to f4. What? That is so cool. So why? Right? Let's talk about the obvious variations. If they take, you just take back, and that's checkmate. Remember, this queen cannot move because she's pinned by the rook. And this king obviously can't move because my king is standing here. So, okay, what if I just do something else? Right? My queen can move. Can I take here and have a check? Yes, I could. I can take with check, but I recapture with checkmate. Isn't that insane? So I recapture with mate. Ever done that? You ever captured a check with mate? Like, that's so cool. So you make this move. The queen's only move is to take, and in which case you recapture with checkmate. And again, because the bishop cannot capture, the bishop is pinned. In case that's not obvious, and obviously the king can't move because there's nowhere to go. Okay, what else? So we can't move the king. We just talked about the queen moves. What about the bishop move? If I take, we just talked about that. What if I take this bishop? Again, with check. That looks like it's mate, right? I can't move my king anywhere. But I can recapture with mate. Recapturing this way with check that way, and the queen is pinned. She can't move. That's checkmate. How cool is that? Love it. Love it, love it. Super crazy. It's funny too because this is like your only legal move. Isn't that weird? Your only legal move is to win the game. Right? You can't do anything else. You can't move this king. Okay, so if the bishop goes this way, you win. If the bishop goes this way, you recapture and win. What if the bishop moves just away? It feels a little weird to do that, but we have to look at all the variations. Then you can take this bishop with mate again because the queen is pinned and the king cannot run out in this diagonal because the queen is covering that diagonal. How cool is that? Such a cool puzzle. Okay, so we went through the king moves. There are none. We went through the queen moves. There's capturing. Went through the bishop moves. Here, here, and here. What's left? The pawn. The pawn can move one square. Well, guess what? This is a free pawn because this queen is attacking through the bishop. This bishop is pinned. That is checkmate also. Isn't that just absolutely insane? So every single variation is checkmate. That's why it's called the mate in two, right? This is the only way to do it. If you tried the other rook with the same kind of idea, well, wait a second. You just unpin the queen, which means that's mate. You lose the game. Oops. Try to be fancy, you lose the game. Instead, it has to be the rook on h4, delivering this amazing move. I love these waiting moves. They're so cool. And then, yeah, that's pretty much it. There's nothing else to do. Looked at every single variation. The queen can't move because she's pinned. The bishop can move to these squares. All of them result in mate. The pawn moves, in which case it's mate. I think my favorite variation, if I had to be honest, is probably like this one. This is such a cool idea. Taking with checkmate. Love it, love it. But anyway, that's it for this video. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, like it, subscribe, comment, all that great stuff. Thank you to the composer. Samuel Lloyd is a famous composer. Super cool puzzle. But that's it for now. Thanks so much.